Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to Elseworlds Exchange. I'm Sal.
I'm Joel.
Today we're going to talk about superheroes that could save the world, or at least solve some problems. It's an exercise. We're going to work together to build a team comprised of two different universes working together to solve a goal. It's not going to be like I think while we did say they're going to save the world, maybe they'll save the world by doing something like more covert. I don't know. What's the should we come up with a premise first before we come up with the solution?
I guess so. I guess I did kind of put it together. My thing was where it's like if we could pick people that we liked from both Marvel and DC to build like the ultimate super team to deal with any problem. And the lens to which I looked to building this team and, thinking of possible entrants is, I kind of looked very much to like heist movies because, you got your brains, your brawn, your speed, your heart of the team and everything. And that's something I think a lot of writers look to when building a new super team.
Right. So we're basically building like a kind of merged universe Justice League or maybe even Suicide Squad.
That too.
To solve a problem.
Let's look at it this way. There's an alien ship floating above Earth. They got a death ray because it's always a death ray.
Yes, okay. And this alien ship is from some other place that neither of them have any experience with, I assume?
There you go. Yeah, let's go that way. No pre-existing alien race. This is the new crossover race of aliens that both companies will own stakes in.
Right. Okay. So let's put down some restrictions here. I think we need to have a set number of characters, and then we have to have a set number of characters from each universe that we can use.
Right. Okay. Here, I have a couple headings. How many headings did I end up coming up with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, the usual set is like a 5-man band, and then like 2 extras is usually the go for when it comes to building a team like this.
Okay.
That's the usual number, but then again, this is like a huge crossover thing, though. So I think we'll be allowed a few extras for this.
All right. I mean, like, the Justice League is always 7, or at least that's what people call them. So, like,
yeah,
7 should be like the least, but I don't want it to get too crowded. I don't want it to be like 10 or 11. They're going to be tripping over each other.
Of course, yeah. Well, because it's like, here's the thing, too. Some of these jobs are, like, more, like, technical are the thing. Like, some of these would actually be more for, like, cameos or side characters sitting back and running the computers.
Okay, yeah. Because they're going to need to pair off and team up.
Not everyone will be on the strike team for this mission. Let's look at it that way.
Right, okay. Alien, Death Ray, orbiting space. So right away, we're going to need people who can fly in outer space.
Mm-hmm. Or at least people who can get you to space.
Right. Well, that for me brings up lanterns and Marvels. I think I like the idea of getting Captain Marvel on the team just because she's a leader, she knows structure, she follows orders,
she's got ships.
She knows ships, she can fly in outer space, and of course she's got the energy redirection projection aspect.
Always helpful. I would say too. Let's start from the staging on Earth and build our way up to the actual thing. Because when it comes for a team like this, you're gonna need the brains of the operation. You're gonna need a mastermind. You're gonna need someone to stage. And I had at least 3 people in mind that I thought would be really perfect for this. And again, I will let Sal be the ultimate decider here. I will pick, and then we'll work from there.
Okay.
Mr. Fantastic, obviously, a lot of experience with space and cosmic stuff. Uber genius, stretchy dude, has led his own team for a long time, is an elder statesman of his universe, very looked up to.
True.
That's the more heroic angle I took. The other 2, I picked 2 spies, either Nick Fury or Amanda Waller, if you want some dirt getting done. I think Mr. Fantastic would be like, oh, well, let's try and save and learn from these people. Nick Fury and Amanda Waller would be like, let's kill these motherfucking aliens dead.
Out of the gate, I'd like to see the Waller and Fury work together, though I don't think they would. I think they would start to, and then be like, and then they would betray each other.
Of course they would.
I was going to offer another solution because I wanted to get him off of the table, put him behind the computer screen, and just use Batman.
Yeah, that was another one I thought, too. Well, I had another thing, too. Usually in a heist movie, you have the backer or the bankroller. Like, who's the money for this mission?
Yeah, that's true. Like, you need somebody to bankroll it.
Batman's got deep pockets. I would think he would be pretty perfect for that. Then you also got people where it's like, like unexpected picks. Like, Black Panther and Aquaman, you're both kings. You both have treasuries and shit and weird-ass technology we've never seen. Would you like to bankroll this joint operation?
I do like the idea of Wakanda providing the bank and the tech to get them wherever they need to go.
They also have ships.
Yeah, they also have ships, exactly. And that kind of, like, solves any problems about, like, who they, about where they're going to get this stuff. I mean, you can also stretch, like, the believability of, like, okay, the bat plane, it's not going to really break Atmo. You got to explain how Batman's going to be able to create a spaceship. I think that T'Challa is the bankroller. He's definitely going to provide the financing, mostly because he's like, Wakanda will fall if I don't protect, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm doing this for me, but I guess I'll also do it for the world, that kind of thing.
So we'll both agree on that. King, Black Panther, he's right in there. He's the bankroller on this one.
He's the bankroller. He's
official.
The bills,
he's it.
And he's providing the rides.
Yeah, the sick-ass rides.
Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely want a Bat family member somewhere behind the screen.
Oh, don't worry. There's other jobs they could possibly do.
All right, good. So the bankroller is T'Challa, but as far as like like, that's the thing. Somebody who's like in the ear of everybody around them. I mean, like, again, like, because you need a master strategist that also is like knows everyone's powers, weaknesses, and limitations.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, okay, Batman should be like at the computer screen being like, all right, I'm coordinating all the teams. Alpha Squadron, you go there. Beta Team, you go here. That kind of thing. They
definitely do respect him. So do we want to put Batman down as the brains of this operation?
I think so, because that also allows it. Because, like, you want somebody who's stealthy and smoke bombs and hiding and air ducts and stuff. You've got 3 or more characters that can all do that and can still look rad while doing it. And it also it solves the Bat God problem of him literally always breaking formation and then going and like being the linchpin of the ending.
This is true.
It takes him off the table, but also makes him integral. So Bat fans are like, yes, Batman's doing cool shit. But also you let somebody else who might not normally get the screen time elevate.
Absolutely. I like that from a storytelling perspective. And also, if he's running the computer, he can also have narration duty. How about that? Batman can narrate these events and give amazing soliloquies and monologues about all the cool shit that's happening.
Oh, totally. About how staggering it is. I thought I had chronicled all the powers in the world, but apparently I was like a 50% out of my depth, and like I'm learning all kinds of shit. And I could see Reed bumping elbows with Bats as well, keeping him honest. And
you put your stuff on my desk. This is my part of the desk, Batman.
He's like, yeah.
I don't have to put up with this at home. We'll go home to your invisible wife then.
Yeah, if she even exists.
I will go home to my wife, Batman. You'll go home to your nobody. How about that?
Go home to your geriatric butler, you miserable, pants-wetting, sad old man.
I married Catwoman, kind of, sort of. I don't know.
I guess I'm engaged. It's kind of unclear.
That story's still being told because I'm telling like a summer-long flashback.
Yeah, great. All right, so we've got the financier and the kind of like strategist. What's next?
Okay, so muscle will be important for this team. And it's funny, as I'm thinking here for like DC Marvel applicants for this thing, it's hard to think of DC guys whose powers are they're just strong.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, immediately you always assume Superman, but there are definitely some characters that like are at least as strong as Superman, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, you got your Banes, your Juggernauts, your Colossuses. I would like a Weapon X dude in this slot, honestly, because, they can breathe in space, assumedly, or at least, they won't hurt them too bad if they get shot out there because they can heal. Mm-hmm. I would kind of like a crazy wild card in this. I'd like, throw fucking Sabretooth in there. Why don't
Sabretooth as the muscle?
Yeah, as the crazed muscle of the team, where it's like, look, just throw him in there and he'll handle all the dirty shit.
I was going to say, you need the other guy. You need a character who's like the wild card, the character that's like, he's solid and he's cool. I vouch for him. He's cool, but he's not cool, is he?
It's usually the anti-hero slot, for the muscle.
Yeah. All right, I'll concede Sabretooth. I don't normally give a crap about him, but I will concede that he's like powerful in his own way. I mean, like...
Well, And here's the thing, too. With Sabretooth, you got the fear factor, and also if you need someone to die, because in movies and TV shows and comics like this, you always need a red shirt or a fall guy. I think if they killed off Sabretooth, no one would be crying too hard.
No, it's true. Because I'm just thinking, like, oh, man, if you're thinking of, like, powerhouses, you could also do something like Martian Manhunter or Lobo.
That too. I mean, also, you think like the obvious one would be the Hulk, but the Hulk, it's also like he could be just as much of a liability as he would be like to help you.
Yes, exactly. No, the Hulk is like a Plan D, like dropped from space. We've run out of options. Release
Throw
the Hulk kind of
at
situation. I could also imagine how amazing that would be. I'd love to see it. It's never happened yet. A scene between Marvel and DC where they're like, I guess we'll just unleash the Hulk. And they're like, unleash one of your comrades? What does that mean?
Yeah, really.
Like the DC people being like, oh my god.
We don't do that where we're from.
That's horrifying. You mean you have a comrade who is like so unpredictable and unstable, you just point him and then fire him like a cannon?
And he's your friend, right? You like this guy, right?
Oh yeah, we're good friends. We go back a long way.
He's helped you out. He's not like a bad guy. Well, he did try to take over Earth one time, but we deserved it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, because we betrayed him and
we had it coming. Oh no.
it's a long story. We'll get into it later, Superman.
We'll tell you all about it.
By the way, do you have a role for Wonder Woman? Because I want to definitely use her in some way.
Yeah, well, here, I'll keep reading down the ones
right.
here, and we'll find a place where, again, these are just some ideas I had, but please, by all means, substitute your own. Okay. Obviously, with any good team, with any good heist movie, with any good men, women on a mission movie, you need your gadget person. You need your hacker is what you need. And I had a couple ideas here. What about Oracle, or the Vision, or Blue Beetle, or even Cyborg?
Yeah.
Some of them are even robotic in their own way.
No, it's true. I mean, honestly, like, Cyborg seems like the go-to because he can interface with Mother Box. If he can interface with New Genesis technology, then he can hack Stark systems and he can interface with like Galactus' ship. Like, he's definitely useful in that regard.
He's probably pretty good.
Yeah, I mean that's a great way to use Cyborg also because like I always feel bad for him because I never find anything good for him to do.
It's true. He's always the guy like, okay, you guard the base and you keep our drinks cold for us.
Right, exactly. But I do like the idea of using. I recommend Vic for that one.
There you go. He'll be our gadget guy. I mean, you could also easily put like Tony Stark in there too, but like you said, able to hack alien technology, and plus Batman already has to stay behind, and I'm sure Batman wouldn't let Iron Man go and him stay.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
that would lead to a massive dick measuring contest.
And he knows like all the limitations of Cyborg, and he knows like what to aim him at. By the way, true. I'm also going to toss out an alternate for Sabretooth, just for those of you at home who are like, no, Sabretooth. I think Orion.
Oh, that's fucking good. Yeah, because he's strong as shit, and he's got like a background for, fighting alien threats and everything.
And if you killed him, it'd just be cool.
And he can fly and to hell. You know what? Let us also, in that situation, mention Orion's Marvel equivalent, which is just Drax.
Right. Yeah, you could use Drax too.
There you go.
Either one.
Either one. Those are good choices. You know what? I will concede swapping Sabretooth out for Orion just because I think that's really cool.
Right, just because I want to see that visual of Orion being in a Marvel DC crossover.
Yeah, and I want to see him ride his little bike thing.
Yeah, oh, totally.
So, like, he's got his own way out there. Shit. In that regard, Orion could, like, double as both the muscle and the getaway driver, which is another one I have here as well.
Yes. Oh. Well, the getaway driver we'll have to come up with, because that's...
Don't worry, I got some.
All right, cool.
I got some good ones. Okay, so from there, you need your con man. You need, like, your slickster. You need the person who, in many times and in many of these things, ends up sort of being something like comedy relief, but he's the person who can get you in places, Mm-hmm. I thought, Wonder Man would be fun because, again, he's a bit of a powerhouse, and he's an actor, and, he's a good face of the human struggle. Clayface, too, another interesting dark horse pick because it's like, well, I can basically make myself look like anybody, and I can split myself off, and I can do a bunch of other shit.
Yeah. It's funny yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, then you also, like, build it up to even more shape changes. This could also be a great place for Mystique or Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. Okay, the con man. I do like the idea of of using somebody like Mystique or Martian Manhunter, because when you said con man and like somebody who's like slick and huckster, I immediately went to like Tony Stark, Deadpool, or Constantine, and I was
don't worry, we've got room for them later too.
Okay, good. So we'll put a pin in those characters, but
because here's the thing, like, there's the standard 5-man band of your heist movie super team, and then there's the subgenres that build around them.
Yeah. I think between Mystique and Martian Manhunter, I would have to go with Jean, just because like I trust him more. Mystique would be cool because of how ruthless she is, but also I don't like. She would be like, the aliens. Okay, well now I look like them, and now I live with them if they win.
Well, because that's the thing. There's another subgenre to that too. When it comes to the wild card, when it comes to the double agent and man on the inside, I think Mystique would be much better suited for those subgenres.
I agree.
She could even fit in the femme fatale mold, which is another one in here.
Ooh, femme fatales. Okay, cool.
You need that because obviously, like, the next one under the con man is you have the one that is normally referred to as the distraction, but the distraction goes off into the subclasses of the munitions expert, obviously like the dude who blows stuff up in Ocean's 11, the dude who blows stuff up in The Italian Job, and then the female equivalent of that, which is the femme fatale.
Okay.
So that one you could actually go a couple ways for it. I figure for distraction, obviously the first one that comes to mind is Deadpool, who's more distracting than Deadpool.
Yes, Deadpool is the most distracting. If you need a distraction, I would recommend Deadpool.
Booster Gold, too, also fits quite well into that mold.
Yeah.
Plus he can fly, plus he has laser blasts.
It's true, but I don't, I would not trust him.
He's a goof. He's a goof and a doofus, that's for sure. And
plus,
I mean...
we gotta sell these books, man. We gotta sell a couple of... we gotta make a couple of shekels off this damn thing. And Deadpool, boom. Like...
and then, too, I think we don't have a woman on the team yet, so I think a femme fatale would be quite apt. Obviously, you got your Black Widows, you got your Electras. Wonder Woman, well, I don't think she's a femme fatale. She is pretty sexy most of the time and strong as shit, and who wouldn't want Wonder Woman on their team?
True. Oh, I'd also submit Rogue.
Ah, there's another good one. Also, lots of experience out in space.
Yeah, and can fly and blah, blah, blah. Like, I mean, if we were going to go with, like, somebody... If we're going to go with somebody that's sexy and also, like, I can trust that she'll handle herself, or they'll handle themselves by over there, maybe Rogue.
You sold me on it. And plus, Rogue is just good from a storytelling point of view. Like, maybe she touches one of these aliens and learns something about their plan.
Exactly. She gets some crucial bit of information. Like, oh, you don't understand. Like, they have this major weapon, but, like, it's all a show. There's really this side weapon, and that's the horrors of what's happening. Like,
or, like, hey, these guys aren't even the bad aliens. These guys are running from the bad aliens.
Right, exactly. And, like, it causes Batman to have to rethink the entire plan.
Yeah, this is a fucking scout party.
Yeah. Cool.
Is what this is. Okay, so yeah, Rogue. You sold me on Rogue. Rogue is right up in there.
Right. Thank you. By the way, Mr. Giggles in the super chat says, "You guys are on. Everything is right with the world."
Aw, thank you, Giggles.
Thank you, Giggles. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're here.
So now we move to my favorite team member of any heist movie, and that is the grease man, the pickpocket, the rogue or the thief, if we wanted to use D&D terms. This is, again, like the acrobat from Ocean's 11, the contortionist and all that other stuff. Some really good offerings, I think, for this one in the world of superheroes. Obviously, if we're thinking thief, I mean, Catwoman, maybe one of the most famous thieves in all of fiction.
Yeah, she's a good grifter.
Scott Lang Ant-Man, dude can shrink down. Dude also can serve as comedy relief and heart of the team. That's good.
Experience with thievery as well, yes.
Mr. Miracle, who's getting a hell of a push right now. Also experience with aliens, also a new god, can also escape pretty much everything. He's the master escape artist.
Yes, it's true.
And then, hey, what about, like, Gambit? Because he's also a thief professionally and can also blow shit up.
Right? And also, like, if you throw Gambit in there, now all of a sudden there's a little bit of concern for each other. Rogue and Gambit, I mean, like, they're not together anymore, nor have they been together for a long time, but it's like, who cares? It's a standalone story. Somebody suggested Grifter from Wildcats.
Again, if we need another red shirt, there you go.
Yeah,
Grifter can be our red shirt.
Oh, man. I love the idea of using Catwoman because she's so ruthless and so, like she always lands on her feet.
She sure does. Now she is. I have a soft spot in my heart for Scott, but that's just me.
I hear you. I do like the idea of using Ant-Man. Yeah, what are I think it's between Catwoman and Ant-Man.
I mean, I think it comes down to who fills more roles. I mean, Catwoman would definitely be a femme fatale, could definitely be the grease man of this superhero picture that we're painting right now. Scott, comedy relief, heart of the team, as we've seen in Secret Empire, he can actually make you feel quite a bit, and also kind of almost fills the everyman's shoes in a way.
Yeah, though he does actually have like some abilities that are outside of acrobatics.
He does, where again, it's like, hey, I can steal most things, guys.
Yeah. A lot of people in the chat are suggesting Plastic Man.
Ooh, that's a good one, too.
Comedy relief, plus experience thievery, plus he's super powerful.
And again, also, can elicit an odd bit of sympathy in a way.
Yeah.
I think I got to give this one to the chat. I think Plastic Man's a good pull.
All right, good call, Chad. Nice. Plastic
So there
Man
you go.
Eel O'Brien's going to jump in.
Yeah, who's is also on the rise currently thanks to Metal. He's hanging out there somewhere.
Yeah, he's still an egg over there.
He sure is. Okay, now we get to the driver. We get our getaway person. Who's going to help us here? Obviously, when you think vehicle specialists in comics, your mind instantly jumps to Ghost Rider. Imagine if Ghost Rider came by in a fucking spaceship that he held out, because everything he drives gets held out.
Yeah, I'd like to see Spacefire. It's funny.
Nightcrawler is another interesting one. He can just teleport you.
Yeah, that's true. I was thinking, I immediately went to Iron Man 3 with Iron Man, just being the mechanic.
That's true.
Especially because, he could pimp out a whole score of iron suits for everybody.
Oh, shit. Hey, guys, guess what I'm sending into you? Custom-made Iron Man suits for everybody.
He gave them all of them already. Like, they just had, they all have, a uniform. How, remember in Secret War, when all of them had, really cool uniform, team outfits that were, variants on their old costumes? Everybody's got, it's a uniform that looks pretty much like their regular costume, but it's a little different, and it's got this cool, circle on their backs.
I remember,
Okay, time to go. Hit the button, and then they all turn on, and they all get iron suits that are tailored to their outfits.
Or have it be one of those, hey guys, remember those celebratory drinks I gave you before we shot you up into space?
It's nanobots that turn you into iron characters.
Yeah, they were filled with nanobots that I can activate whenever I want, and I'm activating them now.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool, and then Iron Man being let's go, and then, plus you get a chance to have that, fourth issue, or if it's a 12-issue story, or if it's a 4-issue story, your second or third issue story, where it's oh fuck, it's just you turn everything on its ear and everybody gets a cool new upgrade.
I like that a lot, actually. You've sold me on that one. Iron Man will be our driver mechanic.
Woohoo!
And again, too, it's Iron Man's what, you think you were gonna do this without me?
Exactly. Yeah, you took the Bat guy.
It's come on, guys, Jesus.
Yeah.
Now we head into kind of the the guest starring roles, or the bit parts, but that are still pretty important. Most good heist movies and most good teams have a grizzled old vet in there somewhere.
Okay. I think I know where you're going with this guy, but let's go.
A lot of the time, the grizzled old vet doesn't even make it out of the opening. Again, I'm thinking of the Italian Job and shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, poor guy doesn't make it out of it. There's a lot of good grizzled old guys from both DC and Marvel that we could pick up from here. Kind of a dark horse pick, this one came to me. Wildcat. What if Wildcat offered his expertise in punching shit? He could also end up kind of being the red shirt, too, because it's oh no, Wildcat died. No, I died doing what I love, punching things.
Right. Punching things and dressing like a cat.
He could also be the go on without me guy, and then he's just throwing down with aliens, just punching them all over the place.
Yeah, that would rock. I mean, it's a great way to get rid of Wildcat.
Don't get rid of Wildcat. I love. He's probably going to come back in Metal. He's due for a comeback. They've been bringing back everyone from Earth 2.
Oh, that's true. A lot of people are suggesting other members of the JSA, like Jay Garrick or Alex Scott. I immediately went to Cable or Nick Fury or something. But,
what about Old Man Logan? He's old as shit.
I think that's the way to go. I think Old Man Logan would be cool because it's shades of Wildcat in that he has a feral type creature theme. But also, you get Wolverine in your book. You can say that Wolverine is technically in the comic.
I mean, that just puts butts in seats. That puts books in hands. I also had Captain America on here. I'm like, well, because technically he's an old man in a young man's body.
Right? Yeah, Captain America would work too. But
it's hard to not say Old Man Logan. You're right.
Yeah, especially if you're going with a grizzled old man, go with the guy who's got old in the name.
Yeah, who literally, I am such an old man. Old is in my fucking name.
I'm such an old man. That's my name, Old Man. Like,
that's my code name, Old Man Logan. Quick, get Old Man Logan on the phone. Look, we have to call you Old Man Logan. It's the only way to differentiate that you're a different Logan than the one who died.
Yes, exactly. Literally, your code name is what you are, because we don't want anyone to get confused.
It's like, do you call Jean Grey young woman Jean Grey? Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes we do, because it's confusing, actually.
Yeah, sometimes. I don't know.
It rolls off the tongue much easier than time-displaced Jean Grey or universe-displaced Logan.
People do say that. Like, they say time-displaced whoever. But that's mostly fans.
Because we have to keep it straight.
Exactly. Like,
now,
Jean Grey does this thing. Oh, is Jean Grey back? No, time-displaced Jean Grey.
Ah, okay.
Oh, Jack Barker suggested Magneto as well.
That's also good. He's also old and grizzled as fuck, isn't he?
And it would be a great way to get, like, a powerhouse kind of off the table, where it's like he does this one thing and then he leaves. Maybe he
breaks shit.
Yeah, and he breaks shit. I like Magneto.
As we've seen in Secret Empire, man, when you turn him loose, he'll fucking break all your shit.
That would be a cool moment where he's like, go! Pull down one of the alien ships or something. I don't know.
Yeah, go on without me, and then he could have like an amazing soliloquy where he's like dying and looking at Earth and being like, I always hated my time on here. I thought it was just filled with tragedy and death, but as I look at it now, it's kind of beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, the curtain falls and the play is finished.
Oh, and his eyes close. Again, like you said, mimicking like curtains closing on a play, and that's Magneto's final shot.
And then, of course, he doesn't die, but it looks like he does, and you don't use him for a few months, so you're like, oh, did Magneto die? No.
He comes back dressed as Zorn. He's like, yes, you see, as I was dying, I managed to wrangle a comet that was going through space, and I pulled myself out just at the explosion, and I hung out with some friendly aliens for a little bit.
Yeah, cool, whatever, Magnus.
I'm back. Continuing on here on, like, the bit parts you usually get in, like, a heist team movie. You often get like an inside man or a double agent. This is a person who could be a traitor or a person whose like loyalties are never fully like, you never know whose side they're on. And there's so many great ones to pick from.
Yeah. Well,
this could be like the Loki role or the Sinestro role.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like either one of those.
Then, of course, you can have, like, your Deathstrokes or your Taskmaster. Hell, Taskmaster just this week embodied this fucking role in Secret Empire.
I do like the idea. Somebody suggested the Super Skrull.
That's also a pretty good one, though. Would Super Skrull help Earth, though, or would he just be hanging out wherever he's at?
Right, he's kind of a dick.
I also put, like, Deathstroke on here, too. It's like, I'll save the Earth if you pay me.
Right, he's good. Doom.
Oh, Doom, there's another great one. It's like, can we really trust him, though?
Exactly. Like, when will he try to betray us and take what we're doing and take over the world?
I have now taken over the death ray. It is mine.
Yes. That'd be a great moment, too, because then they're like, oh, crap, we gotta go beat Dr. Doom now.
But they couldn't feel really bad about it. They're like, yeah, he makes a habit of this, actually. We really shouldn't have brought him along.
We were prepared. We knew he was gonna do this.
Because, yeah, that's when the other team members are like, no, it's okay. Reed Richards took us aside down on Earth and said, look, he will betray you at some point. Be ready to, like, throw a sack over his head and beat him with sticks.
Yeah. So, yeah, I liked Sinestro. I like Doom. I like Deathstroke. So I'll let you pick it, man. I've been picking a couple of these.
This is right here. Let me look and see how many Marvels versus how many DCs
that's a good call. We want to keep it mixed.
Yeah, we want to try and keep it mixed. Okay, so we got Marvel Black Panther for our money, tech, and backing. Batman is our brain strategist. Orion is our muscle, so that's 2 DCs to 1 Marvel. Cyborg is our gadget guy, so that's 3 DC. Martian Manhunter is our con man, chameleon dude, so that's actually 4 DC. Rogue's our distraction. Plastic Man is our thief, so that's 5. Iron Man is our driver mechanic, so that's 3, and Old Man Logan is our grizzled vet, so that's 4 to 5. So it's actually pretty balanced so far. It's not like you're paying attention.
All right, great.
So it looks like we got to pick someone Marvel to be our dude there. So you could have Loki. People love Loki, don't they?
That's true. That'd be fun.
Plus, you could have Loki like kind of chat it up with Orion, like, "Oh, you're a new god, huh? I'm a god."
Right. The thing is, with his power set, like, kind of displace his usefulness. Like, although I mean, like, it's kind of nebulous to actually how powerful Loki is at this point.
It's true. His powers always go like back and forth. Where sometimes like, oh, I'm tricks and mischief, and I can change myself and everything. And then sometimes it's like, no, I'm literally as powerful as Thor and any of the others.
Right? Mr. Giggles suggested Thanos as well. That'd be a cool.
Oh fuck yeah! Another dude who goes to space all the goddamn time, and who knows it. He'd be like, you knew aliens can't destroy Earth. I've been trying to destroy Earth since you were in short pants. Yet another guy who, much like Doom, is like, dude, you totally run the risk of fucking us over.
Yeah. I like Thanos also, more than Doom, actually.
I like Thanos, too, because Thanos could even, like, look at this team and like, what a loser motley crew you all are.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, ugh, I'm so debasing myself getting involved.
By hanging out with any of you losers. Also, it would be funny, too, because then you have Orion hanging out next to Thanos and being like, wow, you're a bigger dick than Darkseid.
Right.
I should call my dad and tell him he's all right. I met a bigger asshole than him.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Orion dealing with Thanos would be kind of cool.
You know I try and kill my dad all the time, right? He reminds me a lot of you.
I feel like I could probably kill you sooner, though.
So there you go. Yep, you talked me into it. Thanos is our double agent guy. Is our double agent man on the inside.
Cool. Good call, chat. Nice suggestion. I would not have gone with Thanos, but nice.
It's a hell of a team effort. So our final team is Black Panther, Batman, Orion, Cyborg, Martian Manhunter, Rogue, Plastic Man, Iron Man, Old Man Logan, and Thanos.
Okay, this is becoming a sausage party. We're gonna.
Yeah, really. The one woman in the team.
Yeah.
The one. Should we tag Plastic Man out for Catwoman then, is the thing? Just to try and balance it out a little bit?
Try and balance it out. I mean, like, yeah. I think Catwoman has cool story potential even regardless, and I was pushing forward like before that anyway. I think that's the way to go. I like Plastic Man. I think it makes sense. I like Catwoman more. I think I'd like to see Catwoman dealing with that problem.
It's true, and also it gives Batman more skin in the game where it's like, oh, I hope Selina will be okay.
Also, I could see him being like, you weren't part of the plan. Or being like, it's my world too, I gotta get involved, let's do it.
Also, I don't think we need like a straight-up comedy character like Plastic Man, because as we mentioned, just a lot of these dynamics will be funny on their own.
Yes.
What will be like. Orion talking to Thanos, that'll be funny.
Yeah, Batman dealing with Catwoman, that's fun too. Iron Man dealing with anybody would be great. would
be very funny.
Yeah.
Again, I can only imagine. Again, Iron Man and Cyborg, where it's like, hey, kid, you got some fun cybernetic enhancements. Is that a suit? Oh, that's your body.
Oh, shit. Hey, I remember when I had an extremis problem. We should talk.
Yeah, we should totally compare notes.
I'll bring your bulk down. You'll look like a regular person if you can.
Would you like that, son? Would you like little nano machines that come in and out to make you so you don't look so robotic all the time?
That'd be kind of cool. Extremis Cyborg? I'd buy that for $1.
I think they kind of tried that, actually.
Oh, did they?
I think in one of the last runs, he had so many runs close together, I think they might have done something similar to that.
Oh, okay, well, but whatever.
Poor Victor, man.
Yeah, screw Victor.
Dude just can't catch a breath.
Sorry, you're so boring.
I like him in other things. Can he please just join the Titans again? Either of the Titans teams, he would be perfect.
You can't do it. It'll look like a demotion.
I know. I still think that Justice League versus Teen Titans movie did it best, where literally the Justice League gets taken out and Cyborg has to team up with them, and they all agree at the end, wow, you're a way better fit for us than you are their team.
Yes. Yeah.
Which was totally the writers just taking time out to be like,
Right? Come on. So who's next?
I think that's it. Unless we want to decide who the fall guy is, I think we've cast this whole thing.
Oh, cool. How many is that?
Yes, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's about 10.
Okay. All right.
That's 10. Only some staying on Earth, though some getting ready for the getaway.
So we're splitting up the teams.
Yeah, at least 2 of them aren't leaving Earth, so that's about 9, and then some who come in later.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then the fall guy. Now, what does the fall guy do in this situation?
The fall guy is usually the red shirt. He's the one who dies. He's the one who gets left holding the bag.
Now, is that have we already cast them and we haven't figured out who it is yet, or do we need to have another character who needs to die?
We could have another character, although I think thematically it works better if we pick one from who we already have.
Yeah. All right. Cool. We'll do that then.
Right. I mean, I guess right off the bat, again, Orion could have like one of those cool last stand moments of like, go on without me.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, him facing off against a horde of alien invaders is a cool visual anyway, and he'd hold his own for a long time.
He's just ripping thoraxes out, and his face is getting all more messed up and more dark-sidey as he does
that would be pretty okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's do that.
As he gives into his primal dark side rage, but for a good cause.
Oh yeah, it just occurred to me. I was like, have we ever seen Orion use anything like Omega beams?
I think they played with that in Wonder Woman near the end.
So I was gonna say, like, wouldn't that be cool? Like, you have this one, he's getting ripped apart, he's getting his ass kicked, his helmet's taken off, he looks like Darkseid. This last moment, he's just enveloped in thousands of aliens, and then and then they all die. You know, like.
Just Omega sanctions all over the place.
Yeah, just like everything explodes, and you're just like, what happened? Did he use the Omega sanction, or was it something else? Whoa! I like that. And then you just don't deal with it. By the way, getting Arts with the Lobster in the Super Chat. Thank you, man. Welcome to the Super Chat. You rock. It's nothing. It's just participating in the Super Chat. He's just like, keep going.
But yeah, I mean, that totally leaves it open to where it's like, man, he had a cool-ass death.
Yeah.
You could also have a bit with Cyborg, again, to try and give him more importance, where it's like, oh, I've interacted with the alien ship, you know, by God, I see it, it's full of stars.
Yeah, I'm down for that too.
Which Cyborg has done before, and then you have, like, the thing that's like, you know, will he ever be back? And then you kind of do the thing for Teen Titans Justice League in the comics where, like, Cyborg does come back, but he's the size of a planet and shit now, and it's messed with his head interacting with all this alien tech.
That'd be cool. I'm down for that too.
And you make him the villain for the sequel that we'll be doing in a couple years.
Yeah, Cyborg merges with Ultron or something, whatever.
Oh man, that's a pitch.
Yeah, it's just Pimtron, but it's Cyborg. I don't know.
But it's Cyborg. I fused with the alien god machine.
Who is his closest confidant on the Titans?
Now nobody.
Well, like before, like. Who's the person that tethers him to reality, like, throughout his career? That's what I'm curious. Because then you use that character as kind of like the holy shit surprise, like
it's,
you know.
It's weird. Like, in the cartoon, it was always like, oh, him and Beast Boy were kind of like dude bro buddies and everything. But, right. Like, in the comics, ironically, after the story, after he became, like, the Technus imperative and everything, and he lost all the cyborgness out of him and came back to being human, he went over to, like, Wally's Flash book and became, like, his human buddy for a bit who just hung out in the Flash book.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of people are suggesting Beast Boy, because I was just thinking, like, man, Beast Boy would be cool. It'd be a cool, like, unsung, like, oh, shit. Like, you know, like a dove flies through the fucking crowd, and they're like, what are you doing? No, Beast Boy. And he's like, no, I know how to do this. And he just, like, he reaches him in some way. Like,
shit, Beast Boy would have been a good pitch, too, for the Thief or something, because he can turn into anything, even alien creatures.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, alternate suggestion, Cyborg merges with the Phalanx.
Oh, fuck. That's strong. That's pretty strong right there.
But yeah, so, okay, is that it? Is that where we are? Or
I think that's it. I think that's where we're at. We've cast our whole team for our hypothetical death mission.
All right, cool. So it's a motley crew of Marvel and DC characters. They all get together. It's basically like Ocean's 11, only there's 10 of them. So we've got the opportunity. We can use the X in it, you know, because it's a numerical like stand-in for 10. So I think that's if we're going to title it, we got to use 10 in some way or X.
Of course.
There's only one X-Man. No, there's Deadpool. So you got two X-Men, kind of. But like,
wait, did we cast Deadpool in something?
No, we didn't. Never mind. Screw him. But
well,
yeah,
we got Rogue. She's our one X-Men.
She's the one X-Men, but it's not enough to call it an X event. So you got to use the X in some way.
I do like maybe like Universe X or something.
I think that's already a sequel to Earth X.
Damn it! It probably is. Apocalypse X has to be a thing too.
Yeah.
God damn it, X-Men! You've taken all the good X names. Shit.
Let's see here.
What's also our team name for this too? Because like every good team needs to have a name, even if they only got together once.
Yeah. We need a word that means like last hope, or like last ditch effort.
What's should it be Latin? Who's good with Latin?
Ooh, I like that.
Make it nice and fancy.
Yeah.
Like the Vox Machina.
Yeah. Yeah. Because not the Dirty Dozen, because it's only 10. Yeah.
That's Novius Spem is last hope in Latin. Not great.
No. Let's see here. Let's see.
The Super 10 is too obvious.
Oh yeah, no. I call it something like, I think I call the book something like Armageddon X or something like that.
I like that. Well, what about the Pantheon? Is that taken?
Like as a team?
Yeah, that's got to be taken, right?
Team name Pantheon. Yeah, there is a team called the Pantheon. They were in. They were debuted in Incredible Hulk. It's a Hulk team.
No shit.
Yeah. The Bulwarks, the Impossible 10, Delta Force, Ultimate. Is there an Ultimate X? I think there's an Ultimate X.
There's gotta be. I like the Impossible 10. That's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
The Hopefuls. That's funny. Equality Protectors. I mean.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It's Circa X.
Yeah, I know there's a word I'm trying to think of.
Final Fighters. Nice one.
Like you call the team something like Resilience or something like that. Something that means like that they won't back down.
They have Resilience. That's Deathstroke's new team.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, Brian's got it. Elseworlds X.
You fucking nailed it, Brian. That's why you're an idea man. The Elseworld X. There you go.
It works with us because it's the name of our show.
And it's the name of our event. Holy shit.
Yeah. And by the way, like it's one of those like new comics things where it like uses the term that meant something before, but we're using it for something else. Like it's about other worlds that are invading Earth, so it's Elseworlds. Like it's not about like the world that like it's not about like an alternate reality. It's about like worlds that are attacking here, so that's Elseworlds.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Elseworlds X, because it's you think it means for X-Men, but it actually stands for the number of people on the team.
Because there's 10.
Yeah.
The chat saying, "Wow, that's meta as fuck." Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Let's do it. All right.
That's our team.
X.
I love it. I love it to bits. Let's take this to the printers.
There you have it.
How many holographic covers will this event have?
Yeah,
Sal?
how many issues is it? You can't like I mentioned earlier. I think Secret Empire would have been awesome in 4 episodes or in 4 issues. I think maybe 6 issues, and you've got yourself a fully rounded episode or event.
Good solid miniseries.
Yeah, 6 issues, $4.99 a pop. Maybe I think that's good.
Get some good artists on the variant covers. Every member of Elseworld X will get a cool variant cover devoted to them, and we'll get like a great artist from their run that's like definitive with that character.
There you go. No tie-ins, obviously, because I hate those.
We see it's too lean an event to have tie-ins. We're just sending them up into space. There's no side stuff happening.
I mean, you could do tie-ins where it's like, what's Spider-Man doing during the invasion? What's
he's looking up.
Right, exactly. Like they're in it. They're not like they're you'll see him maybe, but like he doesn't need to be in it.
Spider-Man will look up and be like, man, hope they're okay up there. Hope they do the thing.
Wish they called me.
Why aren't I in this? I'm good at so many things. I'm Heart, and I'm a Grease Man, and I'm Comedy Relief.
I'm always on the cover of every event. I don't understand, regardless of the level of my involvement. Elseworlds X.
It's surprisingly absent from Secret Empire for a huge chunk of it.
Literally, this issue is finally when Peter Parker shows up, and it's amazing.
Hey guys, I was in Asia and Europe, getting guys to come and help us.
Sorry. What's it called? So you got variant covers and stuff like that. Those are where you get your multiple artists. Who's drawing it?
Man. I love Marquez right now, and I think he needs some redemption for the last event he drew.
I don't know who that is.
Defenders guy. Who? The guy drawing Defenders now and who drew Civil War 2.
Oh, no, David Marquez drew Civil War 2.
Yeah, that's what did I say? Did I say his name wrong?
Oh, I thought you said something else. I was like, who is that? Yeah, Marquez would be awesome. I'd love to see Jason Favik draw it.
That's nice.
But yeah, Jorge Jimenez, fucking awesome, man.
You're a big fan of Van Sciver, him too.
Yeah, he's okay. I would go over. I would go with Fabic, Jimenez, or even Marquez over them.
Everyone's saying Capullo. Man, imagine getting to see Capullo draw some Marvel characters. How cool that would be.
That's like,
imagine Capullo's Thanos.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
I love Mike Del Mundo. I don't know if he would be a good fit for this, though.
I think Mike Del Mundo doing covers would be freaking awesome.
Yes.
Like just this, like Del Mundo doing the standard covers, like the main original covers, would be awesome.
That'd be nice.
So there you go. Yeah, I want to go with Marquez. He needs another event that actually really fucking rocked.
And you know he'll get to just draw some cool ass pictures of everybody.
Exactly.
Like imagine Marquez's Batman.
Yeah. Yeah, Marquez. That's it. Okay, I want to see Marquez draw Batman and stuff. So yeah, yeah. And Del Mundo do the cover, so they'll look awesome. There you go.
Who's the Green Arrow guy right now? Juan Fiera?
Ferreira. I don't know.
He's really good. He's very stylized.
Let's see. It's Juan Ferreira.
I keep wanting to call him Ferrara like a Ferrari.
Yeah, he's good. It's very stylized.
Very, very pretty.
Yeah, it is pretty. It has shades of Gabriel Delato.
Yeah, I see that. There's a great one in the new Green Arrow where he teamed up with Batman, which means we get to see him draw Batman for like the first time.
Yeah.
And it's a great bit where it's like it's a blood red moon up in the sky and you see Batman reflected, and then you turn the page and you see like Oliver Queen's face like reflected in a glass of red wine, and I'm like, ooh, they're two sides of the same coin. I like this.
Yes, that would be yeah. I mean, it's very good looking. I don't argue with that.
It's pretty. So yeah, that's our story, everybody.
So you have it. Elseworlds X. It's an epic story that we just cranked out in less than an hour. Less than an hour, you got yourself an epic story where both companies can make some scratch.
We didn't even need a writer's retreat for this one. We kicked this out in an hour. This is a writer's retreat.
By the way, really quick alternate suggestion about this whole thing, because everybody's got to make a couple of dollars. There are DC covers and Marvel covers.
Fucking genius.
So DC gets their own, they can do whatever they want for the covers, and Marvel can do whatever they want for the covers, and everybody's got to collect them both, and like DC can collect the proceeds of the DC covers, and Marvel can collect blah blah blah.
Everyone stays nice and happy. Everyone gets to give some work and spread it out to all the guys in their company.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So no one feels like they're getting left out on this one. Everyone gets to draw something. And I imagine for something as big as this, everyone will want to get involved and draw something.
Completely. There you go. Elseworlds X, a Marvel DC co-production that'll never happen, that involves like a kind of Dirty Dozen epic story. I can imagine also you could do, like, you could have Batman create the team that everybody would expect to see, where he's like, this is the front loaded team, like
Superman Sentry,
Hyperion, Phoenix, like just
Cable,
like everybody in the sky, like head to head, shoulder to
all
shoulder,
the Omegas,
being like, if the Batman strategy doesn't work, I'm gonna need you guys up in the front to show the world that we've got their back.
Someone's asking in the chat, and who would write this story? Well, us, obviously. We wrote it right now.
Yeah, screw Hickman. I'll write. We got this. Trust me. I just wrote that awesome Orion death scene. Trust me, we got it covered.
Written by Crevellian Daily with concept apps. Characters belong to their individual, whatever.
Respective copyright holders and whatnot.
That's
you got
fun.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Special thanks to the chat for helping us out is what we would put. Just special thanks to the chat.
By the way, I'll also throw in, Matthew mentioned Deadpool rides into the group with a nuke. I'm gonna play with that idea and make him the Gollum of the of the comic, where he finds out about it, isn't invited, and is like, you're gonna need my help, and like quietly and under like the behind everyone else's backs, under the scenes, he's doing things and like getting involved until finally like there's one last thing and like someone gets taken out, he saves them or you rescue somebody who would have sacrificed themselves to like detonate a bomb or something, brings him through, and they're like, I don't know how I survived, like the blast must have blown me out of the blah blah blah, like boom.
I like it.
Like that way you got your Deadpool, everybody. But yeah. there you have it, everybody. Thanks a lot for hanging out with us. I like doing these. We should do this every couple of episodes.
These are fun.
Where we just write these things. If you haven't, by the way, checked out, we've done this before. Tiff and I did an epic Marvel DC crossover as well. Check out both of them because, damn. Actually, we pitched like 12 of them or something like that.
Because once you get started, it's hard to stop.
It's true. It's true. So thanks a lot for hanging out with us, everybody. And we'll see you guys next week with an all new episode of Elseworlds Exchange. I'm Sal.
I'm Joel.